Good day to you again, and welcome to the third episode of Leelas of Nityananda Baba. And we are here again with Mr. Shenoy, and Gopal Krishna Shenoy is going to talk to us about the third episode of Engineer Hegde. We are doing about 4 episodes of Engineer Hegde, and we are going to describe the Leelas that he has done, like Nityananda Baba has revealed with Engineer Hegde. So let us go back again to Gopal Krishna Shenoy ji, and let's start with the new episode with a prayer as usual.
Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Nityanandaya Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. So we saw how Nityananda Baba sent Engineer Hegde back home, and he reached just in time to catch the ship. The ship was for Calcutta bound. It was not for UK. Somehow I lost my track. It was for training in Calcutta, where he went, and because of his background, UK background, where he was given good training, he became soon famous and was liked by everyone for his knowledge and his style of working. When he came back to Bombay, Mr. Brown gave him a job in Bombay, where he was given everything that a person of his age would like. He had a good bungalow, he had a car, he had men, he had people working for him at home. He was given a good position in the company. He had his separate cabin, and he was very contented. You know, anything and everything that a man can ask at that age, he had got. He was married by then, and he had one son and one daughter. Daughter is Nalini, son is Nityanand, and he was given a good car. And every weekend he used to go with his family to Ganeshpuri. In those days, he was the only car which was coming to Ganeshpuri, and he was so kind enough that anybody and everybody could join them and take lift and go to Ganeshpuri.
Achha, so he was the only car that would go to
Ganeshpuri. So this way, several months, years passed, and everything was fine. One fine day when he went to Ganeshpuri, Baba said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm doing such and such." He said, "Leave the job." Madhav Hegde got suddenly surprised. He said, "Leave the job?" No. Before that, Mr. Brown got transferred. Mr. Hegde had become blue-eyed boy for Mr. Brown. And when Mr. Brown went back to UK, another person came in his place. And since Madhav Hegde was blue-eyed boy of Mr. Brown, the new guy did not like Madhav Hegde. He started harassing him. He started troubling him, making him do odd jobs, and he started removing all the perks that was given to him. He removed the servant that he was given free of charge. He made him leave the bungalow. So many harassments started, and this new person was trying to promote somebody else who was very close to him, and he wanted Madhav Hegde to leave. And several times when he went to Ganeshpuri, when he asked Baba asked what was happening, he said, "Baba, this has been new development. The former boss of mine was very in favor of me, but the new boss is continuously harassing." For a couple of weeks, this complaint went to Baba. Then Baba one fine day said, "Okay, leave that job."
Leave that job, okay.
Madhav Hegde for a minute was stunned. He didn't know what to say. He said, "Leave the job. If you don't like, leave the job." But since Baba said, he came back and he gave resignation. The new boss was very happy. Instead of he throwing out, this person was living on his own. And Madhav Hegde became jobless, went back home to his wife and his children. He started looking out for a job, and he was not finding many. So whenever he went to Ganeshpuri, Baba one fine day asked, "What you are doing?" He said, I'm jobless." Baba said, "Why? Why did you resign?" He said, "You told me." "You told me I left." That time the word "you" was not used. Hanga sagle.
Yani सांगितलं.
Hanga means here. Here told me to leave.
अच्छा,
You told me no. You told me.
अच्छा, here.
He never addressed him as you.
अच्छा.
Hanga sangle. Means I was told here.
Okay.
Here means he also and here.
Oh, I see. So that time you never addressed Baba as Baba.
No. Behind we used to call him Swami. We never called him Baba. Baba term came later on. When we were there, we used to call him Swami. Baba's common name was Swami. Baba came when a lot of Maharashtrians and Gujaratis came as a devotee. So, hang sangle, sold Baba, akkalas hai. Baba started scolding him. You are such a stupid fellow. Now that you have left a job, you will not get a job. Baba went to saying that you will not get a job. Madhav Hegde just looked at him.
My God.
You telling me to do a job, now you are behaving as if you never told me. And on top of that, you are almost cursing me that you will not find a job. He said,
it's difficult. So, Mr. Bean said, difficult to be with Baba, no?
Yes,
That time?
it was very difficult. It was not easy. One thing I tell you, living with Baba was not easy. You are always on your toes. You are always on your toes. So, then what he could do, he said, whatever is wish here, means what is your wish, is okay with me. So, dejected, he went back to Mumbai. Now that Baba is told that he will not get job, life is difficult. So, but he kept on searching. Then one day he found one job. He was once upon a time general manager. He got a job of a foreman. So demoted. But since jobless he could not leave, he had a family to look after. He took that job and went about. And when he was working on the shop floor, he found a huge barricaded area and a huge machine inside that. Every day he used to look at this machine is there, it is barricaded and it's not in use. What must be wrong? So then he asked his people working under him, why is this machine kept here? And what is this machine was bought from Germany at a very high cost. Unfortunately, on the first day itself it stopped working. And since then, many engineers came from Germany and all, they tried and it was not functioning, it's not working. So now what, we have given up on it. So it has been closed so that nobody goes and fingers with it. And it has been kept as a showpiece now. Then he tried to listen to them what happened when it was put on. After listening to that, he went to his boss and he said, I will repair this machine. The boss said, what a stupid fellow. The Germans who made this machine, who were the manufacturer of machine, they could not repair. And this guy is saying, I'm going to repair. He said, I'm going to repair this machine. Give me 15 days and on my terms. Then the manager thought, what does he lose? If somebody is saying that he can repair it and if he does it, it's good for the company. If it doesn't happen as it is kept as it is. So he said, okay, I'll give. He said, I'll select my men. Okay. First condition, I'll select my men. 2, nobody will interfere. When I'm doing this work, nobody is going to come and tell me do this, do that. No, I'll be leading it end to end. Nobody is going to interfere. And it will be as per my terms and conditions. And after it has been successfully, all those who have worked with me should be given pay hike and promotion. He said, okay, no problem. So next morning he selected, everyone started laughing behind his back, stupid fellow, what is he up to, what is he trying to do, does he think no end of himself? But this Madhav Hegde and his team of 5-10 people went on working on it. And 15 days happened. On the 15th day, the manager came there. And they were still working on it. He looked at him and said, well, today is your day over. Are you ready? He said, yes, I'm ready. So, okay, let's start. So they put on the electric power give power to it and they started it, machine. It made a huge sound. Everyone got frightened. That gone, this machine is gone now. And after that, it started working. And everyone cheered and people congratulated him for doing that work. Everyone was happy. Then the manager called him to his room. He said, from today, you're the general manager. You're promoted. Because that machine with a lot of money was invested. And this person has bought that machine in working condition. And to his entire team, they were given pay hike and all that. And once again, he became manager of the company. He went back to Baba, saying, you said I'll not get a job. Here I was told I'll not get a job. I got a job. And now I'm a general manager.
Here I was told.
Baba started laughing. So this way he lived. Now there are so many things to tell about Engineer Hegde. It will take several episodes. So I'll tell only those which are quite touching and very important. I'll go directly to Baba's Samadhi. Baba was not keeping well, and on 27th July 27 July, he was
61,
1961. He was in Bangalore Wala building. He had moved from Kailash to Bangalore Wala building. Bangalore Wala building was larger, and it had two entry points. So it was Baba, as I said, his arithmetic was very clear. His planning was such that some purpose for future was served. Were he to take Samadhi in Kailash, there would have been a lot of rush and the crowd would not have been accommodated. But Bangalore Wala was quite spacious. So exactly 15 days before that, he had moved there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, exactly 15 days before, he had moved to Bangalore Wala building. And that time there were a few people who were looking after Baba, and they were not allowing anyone to come to him because Baba was not keeping well. So Madhav Hegde somehow managed to go one day. At night, Madhav Hegde and Baba was alone. It was night, it was raining heavily. August, June, July was full of rains.
Yes.
So Baba suddenly got up from his bed. It was late night, and he went to the south side of the hall and opened the window. From the window they could see, he called him, Engineer Hegde. He said, see outside. There was lightning everywhere. And one particular mountain was looking bright. Baba said, do you know that mountain? He didn't know, he kept quiet. He said, that is Tungareshwar. Come, he said. And he caught Madhav Hegde's thumb. And within matter of seconds, Madhav Hegde and Baba was on the Tungareshwar hill. Can you believe that? From this hall in Ganeshpuri, Bangalore Wala, in midnight, when it was raining heavily, Baba transported himself and Madhav Hegde right on the Tungareshwar hill, which is quite far, miles apart. And on Tungareshwar hill, they came across a place where there is a pond filled with water, covered with vegetation. You cannot see inside. Baba uttered something, and all that vegetation moved aside. Automatically, these vegetation you find on the various lakes, those green hintias, or you call those plants,
Yes.
they grow on water, that moved aside. And in the lightning, he could see the bottom of the pond. Bottom of the pond was full of jewels, gold, and lot of treasure was there. Actually, lot of the treasure was kept inside, and in that light, he could see that there were large pots filled with coins, gold coins. Baba again did something, and one of the pot broke open, and the gold coins started falling out. He asked Madhav Hegde, "Do you want that? Do you want this wealth?" Madhav Hegde was, as it is, was shocked, finding himself suddenly transported from Bangalore Wala building to Tungareshwar in that rain, with that lightning, and so many things
And
happening.
with Baba right next to him.
Baba right next to him, and that darkness, suddenly lightning, and in lightning, that pond, that plants moving on their own, and Baba breaking that pot without touching it, and those coins, huge pot, coins started overflowing, and asking, he said, "No, Baba, I don't want. What will I do with that?" See, here comes the test. First, he leave that job, he left it without knowing what to do. Now he says, "Do you want this?" He said, "No, Baba, what I will do with it?" Okay, he said. Again, all those plants came back to the position. He caught his thumb, and they were back in Bangalore Wala building. This was outlandish experience of
Absolutely.
Madhav Hegde. Then Baba was not keeping well. So one night, Madhav Hegde tried to go inside, and people stopped him. You cannot go. So what he did, early morning, he dressed himself in a common man's attire, put a turban around his head, and took coffee from a coffee fellow. There was a coffee tender outside. From him, he bought a coffee, and he went saying, "The coffee wala hai. I'm a coffee fellow." So they allowed him in, and he went inside, and Baba asked for it, and Baba drank only a part of it. Then Baba suddenly said, "Now sthir samadhi, means steady samadhi." Said, "Baba, don't leave us."
He said,
Madhav Hegde fell at his feet and started weeping. "Baba, don't leave us. You should not take samadhi. Please don't go." And cried like a child. He said, Baba looked at him and said, Samadhi can be postponed only if you can get a devotee like a Pundalik. If a devotee of the stature of Pundalik comes and asks me to not to take Samadhi, I will not take. Just said Lord Vitthal stood for us, all of us, on the word of Pundalik. Pundalik said, stand there. Till today, Lord Vitthal is standing in Pandharpur. So Baba said, bring a Pundalik. So he asked, are you Pundalik? He said, no Baba, I am a simple householder devotee with lot of attraction, attachment and everything. I cannot claim to be Pundalik. Then he said, go and search. He went outside in the hall because many devotees had come and some from far off place they were staying in some of the rooms. To Gulabi Amma, who was looking after Mangalore Ashram, Anand Ashram of Tulasamma, he woke her up and said, Baba is calling. She said, I'll not get up. See how the destiny plays its role. Very obedient, very devoted she was. He said, Baba has called you. She said, I'll not come. He woke her again. She said, I'll not come. Baba didn't tell me to come. Who are you to tell me? I'll sleep, she said. She didn't come. Then he went to Madhav Mama. Madhav Mama was one more person who used to serve Baba. He was not getting up, so he took a bucket of water and threw on his face. Instead of agreeing, he got angry because water was thrown on him. He said, I'm not coming. He said, if you are not coming, say, I'm telling you, Baba is called. You tell me 3 times I'm not coming, I'll go away. He said, I'm not coming, I'm not coming, I'm not coming. And then there was nobody else. Then Baba asked him, is Devrai Master around? So next, Baba now gives him choice. He said, I called, nobody is ready to come. Then he said, is Devrai Master there? He said, Devrai Master is far away, he is in Kailas. Calling him is difficult. Then has Janan Swami come? He said, Janan Swami has still not reached Mumbai. Then he said, Sthir Samadhi. And when he said that, Madhav Hegde knew that one last opportunity to stop Bhagwan taking Samadhi was lost. Were one of them to get up, because he required a bachelor, unmarried person to go and tell Baba not to go. And Madhav was unmarried. But when he refused to come. This is how during Mahabharata, although Krishna was there, people were so blinded, they never followed what Krishna said. Similarly here, they were there, but they had to just walk few steps to come to Baba and say, Baba, don't go, please don't take Samadhi. One word, finish. Baba would have stayed behind. But the whole play, cosmic play comes into the role. Nobody came. And Baba then said, Sthir Samadhi, and he wept like a small child.
Baba?
No, Madhav wept like a small child. There was no way of stopping. This is the way Madhav Hegde's life moved around. And you saw so many challenges over there. Then Baba's Samadhi took place. After that, Baba had taught him lot of vidyas, many things. How to stop a flooding river. If river gets flooded,
Madhav Hegde.
He had taught him how to make the river recede. He had taught him how to make a dead man alive. He had given him that vidya.
These people were spiritually very advanced.
There was many vidya. His Kundalini was awakened. He was shown the various lights that come into the forehead. All this had happened, but he never told this to anyone. He told me about teaching him the mantra for making a dead man alive.
Who is he?
He told me about putting the river recede when it is flooded.
What?
To save a village.
Wow.
So many things were taught him. His son was of 32 years old, and son was very handsome, strong, good-looking engineer, very intelligent. At the age of 32, for some reason, Madhav Hegde went out and he had a massive heart attack and he died.
Yes, his son.
His son, whose name was Nityananda, died. This was after Baba's Samadhi. And when he came back home, he found he was no more. He said, were I to be there, I could have prevented this. But now it's too late to change it. And when the fire was lit by him, in one hand he lit the fire and the other hand he raised to the sky. And in Kannada he said, Oh God, even if you try to abandon me, I shall never ever let you go. I will hold on to you steadfast. This was his Bhishma Pratigna म्हणतात ना, Bhishma Pratigna. Similar, this Pratigna, this vow he took, that even however much you may trouble me, this was his sentence in Kannada, however much you may try to harass me or destroy me.
This was the test that he had to undergo.
But I will never ever let go. So if you look at his life till 2007, if a person who doesn't know Nityan Baba, who is not from spiritual field, sees his life, will say, we don't want to live that life. So many challenges, emotional challenges, life challenges, everything was continuously made to churn around him. But one who, he was, probably it was his last life. So Bhagwan wanted to make him walk on the rough, the razor's edge, so that nothing will remain in him. So it is finally liberation only. So that way his life was really challenging. So if any devotee wants to say that I am surrendering to you unconditionally, he better analyze his ability to withstand being stripped of everything. Absolutely. As I said, it is like sleeping, keeping your head and below the feet of elephant and going to sleep without any worry. You have to sleep, without any worry that whatever you do is okay with me. You crush me or you take me. This is what Madhav Hegde was. Bhagwan called him lovingly Engineer Hegde. He had a lot of affection for Shaligram Swami. He had a lot of respect for Tulasamma. And very strong personality, very, very powerful personality. Someone whom you meet, you cannot forget. That type of personality. He used to wear as a ochre lungi, often bare-chested, white hair, tall, robust, huge arms, and very powerful in his talk. Nobody could put him off easily. He was that strong. Many things are there to be told, but since limitations of time is there, I given the gist of Madhav Hegde's life, how a devotee is, what type of devotee he was, what is Anyanya Sharanam, how does one really go and surrender to one's Sadguru, how Sadguru tests and in various circumstances he sees whether the devotee chooses between him or the world. Every time the challenge is on one side there is a world and on the other side is a Sadguru, and every time Madhav Hegde chose Sadguru, and all his life he lived in him, all his life. And I used to often say, what is the use of going after this Sadguru? What did he give? He gave only suffering. He said, you are thinking I am suffering. It is your way of looking at me. For me, it is just my journey. In my journey, I am sitting in a coach. My son comes and sits with me on a station where he is supposed to come and sit there. When his station comes, he gets up and goes. My wife comes, she stays in that with me for that period, and now when her station comes, she goes. It is nothing is permanent. Only permanent is Sadguru. He alone matters, and all his life he lived that way. Very powerful, very powerful.
Great. It's a great story. I'm glad we have done it. You have taken 3 episodes to tell me all these things. We'd love to hear more, but there are a lot of Leelas of Baba that we are going to hear from Gopal Krishna ji, and but we are going to take a stop. We are going to stop now, and we will come again with another episode. Thank you very much.
Om Namo Bhagavate Nityananda Leela Lahari. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.